Should be live.
Yep, I believe we are officially live. Let's just wait to see it up right in front of us. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we are live once again. What's up, everybody? It's Will from The High Five and Knuckles Up. I am with the man himself, Christopher Florendo. I didn't fuck up your last name this time, even though we've been friends for a very long time.
It's all good.
And of course, we are joined by two absolutely amazing guests, Sarah Backman, Mikey Oliva. And thank you guys so much for coming on today. It's really great just to see that we can collaborate with people such as yourselves, get more information out to the arm wrestling community, and we hope to be doing more stuff like this as soon as possible and as much content to you guys. But guys, down in the state of beautiful Florida, I'm jealous because you guys get all the sunshine and rainbows, and we only get that for a couple months out of the year, so I definitely got to move down there. But thank you guys, first of all, once again, for coming on. Now, let's just start real quick. The topic of discussion right now, because supposedly there's a sea of purple going on across the United States. That's what I heard. I'm just speculating. That's okay. But North American arm wrestling, you guys have both been a part of the scene for a very long time. In both of your opinion, how can we grow the sport and really start to rival what's happening overseas, not in terms of popularity of the sport, but caliber of athlete?
I mean, to be honest with you, I don't even think we need to answer that question. You guys have it pretty much figured out. Since the first Knuckles Up, both Sarah and myself have been huge fans. I think you guys' production's top notch. Every athlete I've ever spoken to that's been a part of your production has nothing but amazing things to say. Yeah, you guys keep it up. We're really happy to be a part of anything you guys do.
Thank you. Now, Sarah, from your perspective, what do you think athletes here or us in general have to do? Obviously, coming from overseas, living here, like what do we have to do to better ourselves as athletes within the sport?
Yeah, I think we have to treat it as a sport, because in Sweden, right? It's gonna be hard to make that happen here. But I'm just gonna give an example. Like you pay a fee to arm wrestle, like you pay to the federation, and I don't know. It's just looked at. It's an actual sport. It's not like they make money or anything, but you're brought up from an early age that it's like a huge honor to represent your country.
Yeah.
And that's how just people in sports are looked at in Sweden and in Europe in general. And I don't know, here it's more like a hobby, it's a party. And I feel like we're getting away from it a little bit, especially seeing the opportunities that are starting to present themselves. Money is starting to show, and just the opportunity to travel a lot. Like you get to explore the world and test yourself and just get better and better. But I don't know, my 10 years in the States, I definitely see improvement. So we're getting there.
No, that's great to hear. I know when I brought up this subject on a previous live, they brought up something that I completely resonate with. That what you said is, it's an honor to represent your country and to be proud, as an athlete, right? And I think we've, at least in the United States, we've kind of strayed away from that a little bit. And I think that's something we should get back to, is be proud to represent your country, be proud to represent strength in yourself and in your sport, and just be proud in general that this is something that I love and it's healthy and it's great. And competitiveness is a good thing, right?
Yeah.
As where I feel like sometimes nowadays it's kind of seen as oh, it's okay. No, it's okay. It is okay to be competitive. There are winners and losers in life, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
And if we can learn to celebrate wins, celebrate losses, learn from them, I think that'll definitely make the sport, bigger and better. But now, just a quick segue to the next little topic. I know recently you had a pretty decent injury, right? And I know you've gotten some stem cells, you've been doing some physical therapy and all that type of stuff. How are you feeling right now? How are the arms? How's the shoulders? Where's your body at the moment?
Yeah, so like as of today, I am really good. Like so like I made a full recovery from my shoulder surgery. And like I most may know this, but like I had the same exact shoulder injury, like on both sides. Like stupid. Like how does that happen, right? But 3 years apart. But yeah, I got stem cells and it healed me up real good. All that scar tissue and everything, I feel solid. The only thing I have been battling is tendonitis for the last 3 months. But
Okay.
literally yesterday at practice, I was like, guys, this is the first time in 3 months I feel zero pain. So like it was a celebration. I'm sure everybody can relate to like a
Yes.
pain-free session, practice.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's so
Good.
good. That's so good to hear. Now, just for the people who don't know, what was the injury that you had in both shoulders?
Yeah, so I tore my subscapularis. So that's one of 4 rotator cuff muscles, and it's the one that's responsible for side pressure. So
Maybe that's what I should get checked because I feel like I have.
yeah, yeah, it's major, and that's most likely like if you bench press. A lot of people tear their shoulders from bench press, but that's like supraspinatus, I think. But yeah, the subscap is literally any side pressure motion, and both sides were torn 100% off the bone.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there was no bruising or anything. It was just like off. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm dealing with. I have a labrum tear in my rotate. Sorry, my labrum tear in my right shoulder, like on the front side. A
Yeah.
labrum tear on my left shoulder on the back side. I have an infraspinatus and supraspinatus partial tears in both
Yep.
shoulders, and I'm just like, oh well, I'm all types of messed up. But you know what? I just got some umbilical cord like stem cell tissue put in
Good.
about 5 weeks ago, I think it was now, or 5 or 6 weeks ago this past Thursday. So I'm hoping that will help. I'm trying to avoid surgery, right? I had my left shoulder done a few years ago. Just like they went in there and they scooped everything out and cleaned it all up, right? But I'm just getting eager because with Chris being my coach here, we just keep pushing and getting stronger and stronger. But it's like you get that one little injury and it just sets you back, and you're like, how much do I push now? How much do I hold back? So I feel it, but we're super happy to hear that you are obviously in the best shape you've ever been. And since she's in the best shape she's ever been, if the people in the comments, I think they're correct. They're asking, when are we going to see Sarah Backman on a Knuckles Up? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I think it
might be time.
Yeah, I mean, you let us know who you have in mind, and we'll do our best to kind of line it up. But yeah, we'd love to work with you by all means. I mean, you're essentially one of the pillars of women arm wrestling, so it would be our honor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it would be great. It would be an honor. Like I've heard such amazing things about your production, how the athletes are being treated. Like all of them say it's the best we've ever been treated. It was the best experience as far as being invited to somewhere, and I'm excited to experience it. So.
Yeah, no, it'll be great. It'll be a good time. But as you guys know, people in the comments, and of course, these two beautiful people in front of us, we are bringing back to the Arnold Claft arm. And a little birdie told me somewhere down south, there may or may not be a tournament coming to a Sunshine State near you. So, I mean, I don't want to talk in, ifs, ands, or buts, but stay tuned because there's some big things coming out of Florida. And speaking of Florida, if you guys could elaborate, because from what I understand, the Florida arm wrestling scene goes deep. Am I right or am I wrong?
Oh, you're right on that. I mean, don't get me wrong. Texas has got some pullers. Cali, you guys up there. Well, Florida's got it going on, man. We got some heavy hitters, some known, some unknown. So it'd be really cool to showcase some of the Florida boys and girls with what you guys are doing with the Arnolds. So yeah, without saying too much, I would love to be a part of it. Let's bring Florida there.
Yeah. Just stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I think that's a good segue, Chris. If you could pull up, we do have a graphic, an updated graphic for those of you guys who were tuning in last week of our current qualifying states, regions, parts of the world that we have available. I'm sorry, that we have locked in tournaments. So Chris is just gonna give a second there and pull this up. But yeah, we're just so ecstatic and super happy to be able, to work with people, just like yourselves and everyone who has been just jumping on the bandwagon. It really means a lot to us, just to see the support and the outreach. It's really, really cool. We'll be right with that in 1 second. But to reiterate, though, left arm is back with the right arm. We will have women's classes. And I know, Mikey, you had just mentioned that there are some hard-hitting ladies out in Florida. So while we're loading up this image, Sarah, how important is, I'm going to keep it even more simple. As a woman, how important is strength to you?
Oh, great question. It's everything. I mean, strength is it's the answer, right? Like to anything, like you have to have a strong everything.
No, I mean, look, it's true. And I know this sounds super cheesy, but like, if it wasn't for strength, I think half of my personality wouldn't be anywhere, right? Like, it's a huge part of who I am, and I know it's a huge part of who you are.
It goes hand in hand with the personality. It's the confidence and self-esteem and
100%. I think we have the graphic ready, and is it up?
Yep.
All right, it is up. So guys, as you can see, anything that is in dark purple is a state that we do have a qualifier in. And then anything that is in light purple would be something that is within driving distance of that tournament. Now, obviously, the northern Midwest seems to be like, oh, there's nothing near there. We are working on 2 tournaments around that area. One of them being in Canada and one of them being in the Midwest, Eastern West in the United States. But that's why we say a sea of purple is happening, because a qualifier is coming to you. Obviously, there may be something in the lower right-hand corner. I'm not speculating or whatever. But that will come with time, and we'll make that announcement hopefully very soon. So, guys, stay tuned. The Arnold is happening. We are super pumped about it, and we couldn't do it without you guys, and of course, people such as yourselves who support the community day in, day out. I think that it means so much, not just to us, but to the sport in general. Like when we can foster growth, right, from people who have done, amateurs to, professionals to the elites, right? You have to lay the bricks, you have to lay a road work, right? So that people know, how do I make it to states? How do I make it to the Arnold? How do I make it to a pay-per-view, right? And we want to make that as clear and crystal as possible. Yeah. Yeah. So, well, before, we move on to the next subject, I'm just so happy to have the two of you guys on here today, just because as a fan, I've been watching this out you pull for a long, long time, back in WAL days and stuff like that. It's super cool to see, someone who holds himself to a very high standard. I think that's something that we're lacking in the sport nowadays, is not just people who are good on social media and have a personality, but hold themselves in high regard. Because I think, what's the word I'm looking for? My vocabulary. I'm sorry, it's kind of shot right now, but
almost like professionalism. I think.
Yeah, professionalism, but your word is your bond, and the way people perceive you is super important, right? Like Chris and I don't want to come off as dicks, right?
That's usually on the list.
Yeah, we're so worried about coming off as a total bunch of douchebags. But it's good to see, and I think if people could take a chapter out of the way you handle yourself, the way Mikey, the way you handle yourself, the sport would just be better because of it. So, I'm so thankful for you guys for hopping on today. It means a lot to us, and for everybody obviously who's watching and listening. It's really good. Now, before we wrap things up, I just want to leave the floor to you guys. Obviously, of course, behind you, Pro Gear is hopefully going to be one of our new sponsors. We heard,
in there. A lot of little birdies talking, it seems, on this podcast.
I'll put that out into the universe, But Mike, let the people know what you have going on. Obviously, if they're in the Florida area, where your gym is, and all that type of stuff as well.
Yeah, I mean, we have me and Sarah have 2 gyms here, both titled Pro Gear. We definitely cater to arm wrestling for sure. We have all kinds of cool equipment, handles, things like that. I would say a really big thing that we want to talk about or touch on is the Sarah Backman Classic.
Yes, thank you. Oh,
Yeah. We definitely wanted to honor Sarah, like you were touching on earlier. She's done so much for the sport. I think it's time the sport maybe did something back, for her. So we're doing a tournament in her honor. We're gonna have some really big names there. Harley Davidson is a sponsor, which is sick in itself. So yeah, August 3rd.
Yeah, no, it was huge. Like is this real?
Yeah.
No, but I'm really grateful and super honored for this opportunity to have an event in my state, sponsored by such a big company, backed by so many great promoters, and a lot of friends are, have told me they're gonna show up, and every day I'm getting a message saying that book my flights. It feels good, in my heart.
Cool. Yeah,
that's good.
And honestly, I mean, even in terms of just women in the sport, I think I actually, from my experience, I don't know about you, Will, but I heard of Sarah before I even knew of Gabby.
100%. Not a knock on Gabby. Gabby's awesome.
So it's
But no, I heard of Sarah, and I heard of I don't want to spoil, but I can't. She's going to be on our next card.
Oh. Should we say that?
Should we say that? No, we should say that. That person. Yeah, where we confirm. We'll say that.
She's also from Sweden.
She's from Sweden as well. Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's well overdue that you have a classic under your name. Again, like I said, one of the GOATs, right? But that's awesome. Yeah, we can't wait to see. Hopefully you guys are live streaming it too, so we can kind of see if we can't make it in person. It'd be awesome. Integrity was the word.
That's the word.
Oh, that's a good word. That means a lot. That's
okay. Sorry. Look, I worked all day. I was stuck in a meeting for an hour and a half with some people from down south. I just sort of recuperating. Yes, integrity in this sport means everything. Integrity in life means everything, right? You say you're going to do something, you do it, and I know that's the type of people you are. I know that's the type of we strive to be always. So yes. Now August 3rd, you said?
Correct.
And
Orlando.
In Orlando,
Florida. Mm-hmm.
Chris, flight to Orlando, Florida, August 3rd. If we book it,
hold on. Is another birdie talking? Yeah. We have another birdie talking.
Yeah. This is a big bird. I don't know if it's a small bird talking anymore.
I'm just saying. No, in August, it's a Saturday or Sunday?
Saturday.
It's a Saturday, August 3rd. My right arm, I cannot. My left arm, is it invite only?
No, welcome to the public. We got cash prizes too.
Yeah.
Let's check it
out. We'll have to do the amateur class.
I don't know which friends are coming, so
yeah. What is it? Will there be a 275-pound class?
I don't know.
No, we're not that close. I still have to lose about 35 pounds to make that class.
Without giving away too much, I can promise you'll have the opportunity to get quite a few autographs as well.
Okay.
I mean, I do want Sarah's autograph, so yes, I will definitely. No, but I mean, we should definitely check though, because if it's just a Saturday, and the cool thing obviously is, we're so close. It's about an hour and 40-minute flight to Orlando. So what time does the tournament start?
12.
12. It could literally be a fly out in the morning and fly back Sunday, type thing.
Oh my God! If you guys did that, that would be so cool.
Okay, I can't make any promises.
Yeah, I get it.
But I will give a solid 50%. And if I say a solid 50, that means I'm actually going to look at the flights after this.
Yeah, my wife's wanted to go to Disney World, so we'll make.
Are we going to Disney now?
I don't know. We'll see. I don't want to get her hopes up too high either.
Well, I'll tell you what. The tickets to Disney will probably be twice the price of the flight. So I don't know about Disney, but Maybe Sarah could bring Disney to us so she gets some ears for her. I'll compete in a pair of ears.
Yeah. Oh my God, you really will. Please don't.
You know, outside of Disney, we have a lot of other amusement parks for a fraction of the cost.
That is true. Isn't Busch Gardens in Norway?
There it is.
Yes.
Season
That's
pass
the one.
holders,
Yeah.
we can take
I
it.
went to Busch Gardens when I was younger. Busch Gardens is legit.
Yeah. It
Very,
really is.
very good. I
Yeah.
actually I think I might still have some family down. Oh, well, they're in Tampa, so. But anyway, no, yeah, we're definitely gonna look at these. You guys got me excited now.
Yeah, I know.
I think we might be able to make this happen. Now, you know what the worst part about this whole thing, guys, is like we get on all these calls with these promoters, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm having a tournament," and we're like, "Oh, we'll try our best to." I'm just saying they don't have sunshine to offer. Okay.
Yeah.
Roller coasters.
Mhm.
But really good question though. Actually, can you tell people a little bit, a little more detail? Like, what's the venue? Where can people get more information? Obviously, on your Instagram and that type of stuff.
Yeah, they can search on Sarah Backman Classic on Facebook. We have an event page,
Okay.
and we have the flyer there.
It's at the Harley dealership too.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful
Yeah.
venue. Harley's really hooking it up.
Oh yeah.
Um,
There'll be a live DJ. There will be food trucks. They have everything you would need. Like it's in the middle, like less than 8-minute drive to the Universal neighborhood. So it's
very
like
cool.
in the middle of everything. But yeah, the venue is badass. Like we went there a couple days ago and like listened to the sound and like it's good.
That's so sick.
Yeah.
How many weeks is that?
it's like 6.
6 weeks. Yeah.
The question is, could I get in shape in 6 weeks?
Yes, do it with me. I just started a diet, so we
Oh,
can
I mean, no. Like I'm in the middle of I'm not in the middle. I'm week 2 into my next cutting phase. So
Yeah.
I'm currently 309, and the goal is to get down to 275 by my birthday on September 7th. So I will definitely achieve that. But I mean more of arm wrestling shape. If I just do like static holds and some like tendon training for like 4.5, 5 weeks.
Possibly. We just talked about the shoulder injuries, but yes.
Well, that's on the right. The left one's kind of,
Trying to be the voice of reason here, but yeah.
Well, I wouldn't be pulling on the right. I'd be pulling on the left. So how are super heavyweight left-handed arm wrestlers in Florida?
I don't want to discourage you to not come.
I'm trying to think though. Florida is.
I mean, we have Carl Stanley. He's
Yeah, Carl Stanley's nasty left.
Yeah, super solid
great.
left.
Yeah. He just pulled out the Challenger Series, I believe. Yeah, the Super
Yeah.
Carl Schmarl. Who's that?
He's very cool. I know who Carl is. Yeah.
But is he as pretty? Definitely not. So no, that's okay. Carl's all right. Carl, you might have some competition coming your way, buddy.
Yeah.
Fun.
6 weeks, Chris. We can pull something off in 6 weeks.
I mean, I think.
I'm talking a real big game, and I don't even have a plane ticket yet.
Yeah,
but you know what? Sarah's enticing me. It's at a Harley dealership.
Yeah.
The question is, are you giving away a Harley? No, I'm just kidding.
You know what's funny you say that? Harley actually
Yeah.
was in talks of potentially giving a Harley away.
Yeah.
They are huge supporters
Wow.
of arm wrestling. And there is talks, man. If this one goes as good as we think it's going to,
That's awesome,
there's
guys.
a definite possibility of a Harley being given away.
And that's what we're talking about. Like,
that's like super old school.
That's so sick.
You
That's
remember
like
I remember the videos where you'd win your class and you get a key, and if it starts the Harley, you drive it off.
Yeah,
exactly.
You don't get any more badass than winning a Harley in an arm wrestling contest.
Nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing. The
Yeah.
only thing as cool would be like if we could pull off at the Arnold where they win a Hummer like they used to for the strong.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that could even come. But a Harley?
Well, was that another birdie? Was that another birdie?
No. There was
Complete lies.
No.
That's not a birdie.
Yeah, maybe by like knuckles up 10. It'll work
Are you kidding me? He'll be like, "Oh, it's an electric vehicle." Like,
And absolutely, yeah, this is definitely planned to be a recurring tournament.
Yeah.
This year will be proof of concept, as if Sarah has not already proved the concept. But no, it absolutely will be an annual thing. We're gonna
That's
do it bigger
awesome.
and better every year.
That's so cool. I mean, and that's what we're talking about, guys. Anybody who's in the chat, obviously, thank you guys for joining in and listening. Is support people like this, right? Support the people who are putting on amazing tournaments and who are bettering the sport, right, day by day, and reinvesting into the sport. I know that's a discussion that we just had a little bit earlier. Is a lot of people think that myself and Chris and people like yourselves, like they're in this for the money. I mean, yeah, it's great if you can make a couple bucks and buy an extra pizza at the end of the day, but like we're really trying to reinvest, make our events bigger and better, as you guys see with our pay-per-views, and I'm sure as you'll see with the Sarah Backman Classic, I'm sure this year is going to be big. Next year's going to be bigger. I can just tell by their integrity.
Yeah.
That it's going to be absolutely awesome. So, guys, before we wrap things up, myself and I can speak for Chris here, is just thank you guys for everything you do for the sport. Thank you for having integrity, and thank you for just being willing to come on here and talk with a bunch of nobodies who are just trying to.
No, like I was literally saying, like coming from you, like right back to you guys.
Yeah, no, you deserve to thank you.
Yeah, we said that since the very beginning.
The very first Knuckles Up.
It's so funny because Mike has been like, I want to work with them. I want to work with them for like over a year. He's like, there's a vibe going for sure. So
yeah, 100%. Look, I might just have to convince my fiance's in the chat. She just gave me a bunch of. Is that those thumbs up emojis? I don't know what those are.
Number one.
Number one. We just, Steph, if you're listening, we just might have to have well, it's not dual citizenship, but dual residency or something down in Florida. Exactly. Because I don't want to spend another winter in the Northeast. But yeah, no, in all seriousness, thank you guys so much. It means a lot to us.
Thank you.
And I will genuinely do my very best. Steph, we're going to Florida on August 3rd. Back to backs. Chris, you're going to Florida.
Yeah. I guess we got to pack our bags.
Y'all ride roller coasters? Both of you guys into roller coasters?
Yeah.
I love them if I sit on them.
All right, that's fair.
I don't have that problem, so I love it.
But the last time I was close to 275, I fit on all the roller coasters, which made me so happy.
This is more incentive for you to get your weight down.
Exactly.
Pulling out the tournament and riding roller coasters.
Yeah. Who am I arm wrestling? Carl Stanley. Do I have to hold on some weight? Nah, my speed will kill that guy. Don't worry. Carl Stanley. I gotta do my homework now. Now I'm like all worried. No, guys. And my fiance loves roller coasters. Would you look at that?
Nice.
Oh my god.
Heck yeah.
Oh, jeez. And look, Slav is in the chat.
Oh, nice.
Slav is in the chat, and he's telling us that we have to go. So, guys, I think that's a wrap. I'm having too much fun. Sarah might think I must be an absolute nut job, which is the truth.
Which is definitely accurate.
Which is very accurate, as you'll see on August 3rd if I'm there on the table. But no promises, Chris.
Okay.
Coach, please let me go.
We'll work on this. Yeah.
We will.
What is the land of the rising sun?
Say that again?
What is the land of the rising sun? Somebody wrote in the comments.
Oh, land of the rising sun is another way of saying Japan.
Japan?
Yeah.
Oh, we got a fan.
I love Japan. I've been there 5 times.
Oh,
wow.
My
wife is from Japan. Yeah, I think Levi from Savage Arm Wrestling really wants you to visit.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. That'd be awesome. They'd go crazy because again, like not many like big arm wrestlers go. I think Levon just went there, but yeah, they'd love it. Yeah, for sure. Let us know if you go.
Oh, and they also have that version of which is like it's like freedom arm wrestling, but not freedom arm wrestling.
Arm sumo.
Arm sumo.
Yeah.
That is something I am super interested in.
Mm-hmm.
Arm sumo looks absolutely awesome. So, all right. So, I mean, look, we're just starting a great relationship here. Like we'll have 6 people, 3 different couples. We'll go to Florida, then we'll travel to Japan. Next thing you know, we'll go to Sweden.
Yes.
I am so down. But guys, thank you guys so much for coming on today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
It's going to be absolutely great, guys. Stay tuned because we have some big announcements coming out of the Orlando area, and you're just going to have to stay tuned for more. So, Sarah, Mikey. Thank you guys so much, guys.
Absolutely.
That's another one here for us from the High Five and Knuckles Up. Stay tuned for more details. Arm wrestling qualifier coming to you. We'll see you.